Hello traders, welcome to another trading video, another day trading video, forex trading video. This video is one of the chart pattern analysis videos from the chart pattern analysis playlist. It's a continuation of the first support and resistance video. Today we are going to talk about trend lines. What are trend lines? So in the previous video we all agreed that right here is a resistance and right here is support. Okay, they are lines, horizontal lines, static lines, but trend lines are another thing. Okay, forget about these lines right now. Let's delete them. Okay, so what is a trend line? Trend lines are easily recognizable lines that traders draw on charts to connect a series of prices together or show some data. The resulting line is then used to give the trader a good idea of the direction in which an investment value might move. It's a line drawn over pivot highs or pivot lows to show the prevailing direction of price. They are a visual representation of support and resistance in any time frame. They show direction and speed of price and also describe patterns during periods of price contraction. So let's draw our first trend line. Let's try and connect this Okay, so this is a trend line. A trend line can have the first point right here that touches it, the second point, and the third point. Even though this red candle went below it, it's negligible because we have this and the second point and the third point. You need to have two a minimum to draw a trend line. So what do trend lines tell you? The trend line is among the most important tools used by technical analysts. Instead of looking at past business performance or other fundamentals, technical analysts look for trends. A trend line helps a technician determine the current direction in market prices. There's this trader quote saying that the trend is your friend. Technical analysts take this to heart. Okay, so identifying the trend is the first step in the process of making a good trade. As I said, you need at least 2 points on a price chart. So some analysts like to use different time frames, such as the 1 minute or the 5 minute, but others look at a daily chart or weekly chart to draw a trend line. Some people just put aside time altogether, choosing to view trends based on tick intervals rather than intervals of time. The whole thing that makes trend lines so universal in usage and appeal is they can be used to help identify trends regardless of the time period. So this is our first example. Let's look for another example. Right here we have this point all the way to this point. It kind of connects. This is a trend line. Okay, let's look for a downtrend. We can do this. So this is a downtrend trend line. Okay, we can also do this. First point, second point, third point, and fourth point. Okay, even though some small breakouts might occur like this, but it's nothing, it's negligible. Okay, I hope you learned how to draw your first trend line by now. The trend line has also limitations. Trend lines have limitations shared by all charting tools in that they have to be readjusted as more price data comes in. I hope you get this. Okay, a trend line has to be readjusted as more price data comes in. A trend line will sometimes last for a long time, but eventually the price action will deviate enough that it needs to be readjusted and updated. Moreover, traders often choose different data points to connect. For example, some traders will use the lowest lows, while others might only use the lowest closing prices for a period. Like, don't use the wicks, they use here, like the lowest closing prices. Okay, or this is, for our example, the highest. They use candle bodies, they don't use wicks. Okay, lastly, trend lines applied on smaller time frames can be volume sensitive. A trend line formed on low volume may easily be broken as volume picks up throughout a session. So eventually there are a number of different kinds of trend lines. The most common are characterized as linear, logarithmic, polynomial, power, exponential, and moving averages. So this is it for trend lines and how to draw them, what they do. I hope you learned pretty much. So this is it for today. See you in the next video.